So in this video, we've gone through basically all the rough cut, and I've shown you how to do a number of things to your video to make it, really solid. Now what we have to worry about is we need to worry about the order and timing of things. So what I'm going to do is I need to really, obviously I still have like 4 minutes to cut out of this, so I need to refine this really well. But so we've got this particular clip that I think I might have shown in the other video, but I can't remember offhand. I want to stop it about right here, and I'm going to slow it down, but I'm only going to slow it down to about 50%. All right, so yeah, no, I must have done it in the other video. Hold on, let me go back to 25. I like it better at 25. So I want something like that. I want something like this at the beginning. So all I have to do is click and move it to where I want it. All right, and then I start the video, like something like that. Okay, now I don't typically want to put two slow motion clips at the same, back to back like that. So what I'm actually going to do is I want the team running out as early as possible, because we can, and because it's, it ends up, it's a pretty cool, effect here with the bulldog and the smoke and everything, but we obviously want to cut this way down. So I would say we probably start it about right here, get rid of this. Now what I think would be cool is, let's say I detach this audio here, I can actually move this over, and now I can start playing it, and then I can kind of like fade in a little bit. Let me cut this down a little, maybe more like, let's go like that. Riley. Because so that way it's like the transition is at that the change in song. Okay, so that makes it pretty cool. So I kept this audio on purpose for that reason, and so like now if you didn't want all 30 seconds of that, maybe I can bring it down to like 10. I don't think it's necessarily a problem to have 10 seconds of this, but it might be a little bit long. Okay, now I mentioned this before in one of the other videos that there's a hesitation here right there, so I don't want that hesitation, so I just need to make sure that I trim that clip up there. But I think it's okay to do something like that to that, and I might end up getting rid of this audio. It kind of depends on the song. Now this needs to be way shorter, so I would say the average clip length should be a second at most. Sometimes like 2 seconds is fine, 3 seconds maybe maximum, but you want your people to see a new thing every 2 to 3 seconds, and so I would say that for something like this, I'm gonna slow this one down, maybe 50%, and then you get that smooth throwing action. I like that. This clip's going away, so that's one thing you can do. So you can just move these things around. Okay, so like if you have like a couple long clips, like this back to back, and you're going to keep the longer clips in there, which I don't recommend, but if you are, you can just move things around a little bit. Like if you've got too much offense and pass catching, and then you want to get some stretching and some lineman work in, or you want to get some team huddle in or something like that, like you can move those things around, and like where you put the clips in the video really helps kind of sell the narrative and tell the story that you're trying to tell in your movie. So the pacing and the order of the clips and stuff is really, really, really important. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off, so you can just kind of see, like, you got that opening shot there, team running in, and in fact, I'm going to shorten this way down. I don't like how long that is, and I don't even like how long this is anymore. Like, I want it super short, and that would probably change on a beat. Okay, and then it might kick into something a little bit longer like this, and then it goes, slow motion, and then I'd probably do another couple quick clips, like boom, 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 something like that. So, like, I'll get that slow motion and then run, little teamwork, running, and then maybe even do something slow motion again. I kind of like shortening this up a little bit. I got kind of like stuck in the crowd here, so I'm, it's kind of a cool shot a little bit, but, I'm definitely going to shorten that up a little. Okay, so then you can get something like that. Again, you usually want like right before an action happens and then right after an action happens. So like there, for a slow motion shot, I can slow-mo that to 25%, and then you've got, like, you can start it here and then just stop it right there, and it's real short. Okay, a couple other things you can do. I talked to you about scaling. If you want to do effects and transitions between your shots, you can. So remember, all your transitions are over here on the right. All right, where you've got this whole list of things that you can do. I typically suggest more subtle the better. Okay, like, I don't think you want real heavy transitions for a video like this. Okay, for your effects, there's going to be some things that change the color. So say like something like that, if you wanted to set some sort of tone like that, you could. Like, you just drag the effect onto the clip, and you can look and see like the amount here. So maybe you just want like a little bit of a subtle kind of effect. Now, if you're going to do that on one clip, you probably need to do it on all of them. And to delete an effect, you just click on it so it's yellow and then just hit delete. Okay. But there's all kinds of colors. If you want to turn something black and white, you can. One thing I recommend, actually, let me go all the way down to the bottom here. Vignette here, actually, I think looks pretty good a lot of times. What that does is just kind of darken the corners a little. So if you take a look, if I turn it off, you can see like how along the edges it's a little bit dark. I kind of like that. I think it helps bring the attention of the viewer into the mix a little bit, and you can change the settings of it, of course, and whatnot. But that's up to you. There's crazy things. The 360 stuff, don't use any 360 stuff, because that's for 360 degree video, which we don't have. Okay, like some of these you're obviously not going to want to use at all. The tint's kind of cool, but like something like tile you're not going to want to use. That's ridiculous. Okay, so I think that's probably about it. You can play around with the effects, you can play around with the colors a little bit if you want to play around with the colors and the pacing, but really when it's all said and done, you just need to get this down to about 2 minutes maximum. And like I said, you don't want any of your clips to be too long. Like, this is a 28-second clip. Like, just get rid of it. You know what I mean? Like, you want nothing longer than like 5. I would say, for the purposes of this, since it's new to us, maybe 5 seconds or so, but everything else should be much, much, much shorter. Okay, and then in the next video I'll show you how to put in music.